you could have a whole show based off the first match itself with all the talent that was out there in that opening match. I mean, that alone could have been a standalone show. I mean, it was just absolutely mind-blowing to see the Elite and the Dark Order with Hangman Adam Page, the entrances, the match itself. That one set the bar so incredibly high for this entire card tonight.
Let's dive right into it, man.
I mean, honest to God, there's so much to talk about. But to me, no bigger match of the night when it comes to ramifications, overall star power. The Elite Goon Squad going against Hangman Page and the Dark Order. I mean, this match was everything you could hope for and then some. I mean, this is one of those examples to me where I said it, AEW brings the sizzle and the steak, right? I mean, they know how to get us to laugh. They know how to entertain us. There's plenty of, humor in the landscape of AEW. But man, did they deliver in the ring. I mean, the character work of the Young Bucks and the Elite, I know, has all of us cracking up. That entrance that they had, I literally, SPD, I'm not kidding, I literally rewound that entrance at least 4 times just because I wanted to see everything. I mean, Don Callis is
his short shorts is what you wanted to see.
Big LG coming out with the danglies. Everything about this entrance was hilarious to me, very fitting given the recent release of Space Jam. Great job with the crossover that TNT did there. But the entrances alone were fantastic, right? And the showmanship, anytime you start a show off with the Young Bucks and the Elite, it's going to be entertaining. It's going to get people glued to the TV. These guys are so good at what they do. But I'll be honest with you, man. I kind of feel like when we transition away from the entrances and the excitement and I was geeking out seeing 10 come out there, looked like a monster in the pregame. But when we get to the match itself, bro, I'm kind of going to toss it over to you because I'm actually kind of at a loss for words. This is not how I expected this match to go. I genuinely thought that Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order were going to win this matchup. I thought that they were going to pull it out. Maybe I wasn't I didn't see how much AEW was stretching out this Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega story, but I thought they were going to pull the trigger and Hangman was going to win. I should have known better because we've said it time and time again. It's like a pull string doll here at Dynamite Download. Yeah. Who can beat the Elite? I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Kenny and the Elite pulled off the match the way they did. I mean, pretty convincingly. What were your thoughts on the way that this one played out in the ring, brother?
I mean, what a way to show non-traditional intro. I mean, I got to touch base on that because it was just such a fire intro as well. I mean, I love the video package, and I know if you're following BTE, you saw the gift that Dark Order gave Hangman, and clearly that was his new wardrobe. It just made it a nice camaraderie and all that, and how they stretched the height a little bit on the Young Bucks. I don't think they're ranking 6'6" on there as well. But I'm with you, man. I'm shocked with the result of that. I mean, we had a lot at stake. 2 title shots at stake. Does Hangman have another uphill battle to try to get that title shot again? Does he have to go through the Young Bucks? Does he have to go through someone? And that's right. I'm all for stretching it out. But we're less than 40 days away from All Out. And, we have no clear person. And, the announcers were kind of hyping Christian Cage, how he's undefeated. He could be next in line, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's the middle of the road before All Out a challenger, which would be good. But, it was so great to see John Silver back in the ring. I think he was definitely one of the standouts. Johnny Hungy. So I honestly, there wasn't a weak person in this match. Obviously Reynolds got in first, but man, he had some high spots too. That superplex into the pile off the top ropes. Stu Grayson was on an absolute tear. Boy, did he ever show up tonight in a convincing fashion with some of the stuff he did, the high risk maneuvers that he was pulling off, and even Evil Uno, man, another running Hurricane Rana. Stuff you don't expect.
When Stu Grayson,
I liked when Stu Grayson Doc Gallows is selling
that 450. Oh my god, man! When Stu hit that 450 off the top, I was just like blown away. You and I have talked a lot about this. the Dark Order has a lot of talent in the ring that doesn't get the love and attention that it deserves. But when you get to see these guys work like they did tonight, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver, that I know that Reynolds went out early in this match, but it was nice to see them back together again. These guys have such nice, fluid chemistry when they're in the ring together, SPD. I know that's one of the things you love about them, too. I felt like both sides were really clicking on all cylinders tonight in this opener, man. I really thought that the in-ring action was really, you could tell, for being a 10-man match. Yeah, JR acknowledged it. Let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. It's going to be difficult for the ref to keep control during this match. Let's get it out there. And they did. They acknowledged it. And then they just let these guys go bonkers on each other. And that was so much fun. The energy, the pace of this match, it was just balls to the wall. And you could tell they were really pushing each other. I know there were people who were worried about Stu getting injured, but Stu is okay. It's because these guys really –
thankfully, that guy's a beast.
They went all out in this match, man. This was a really testimony to and I guess if you're going to have that happen, right, if you're going to have Hangman lose and not get that shot against Kenny, you got to have a match that does it justice, right? And I guess this was one of those matches where, I mean, this one was a 30-minute match, bro. I mean, this felt like it hit hard. I was a big fan of this opener. Surprised by the ending.
3-on-1. It took Hangman. I know. Well, it took 3 guys to take down Hangman. Ultimately, he got I think Nick Jackson out, and then it did take 2 and a couple of cheap title belts. So it was very surprising, especially the way they kicked off Dynamite. Hangman's a typical guy who kicks off Dynamite to get the crowd going, but it's going to make the end payoff that much more rewarding. You have Hangman get a victory. You don't want to peak too soon. Not that it wouldn't, the crowd is clearly so hot for the cowboy shit, and so, but you don't want it to peak too soon. I think that the stretch out is a smart move. I was surprised, as you said, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But I like the way that they're going with this as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I think that to me, this one, there was so much going on, SPD, that it felt like it was a really tough match to follow. And I think that the rest of the show, this card was absolutely stacked, but it did feel like the crowd kind of had a hard time recovering from this, not only because it was such an exciting, incredible match, but I do think that they were ready to have that cathartic moment to erupt for Hangman winning it. And honestly, when it went down to the 3-on-1 at the end of the Bucks and Kenny against Hangman, I thought, even at Team Heel over here, I was like, oh man, this is the table has been set for Hangman to look like $1 million. SPD's first round pick is going to come out and he's going to look like $1 million in this one. Go 1-on-3 against Kenny and the Bucks, his old best friends, and still find a way to come out on top. But he was busted open. He was bleeding from the mouth at the end of this one. I was shocked to see him lose this. I thought that the stage was set for Hangman to have that moment, to overcome the Elite, go 1-on-3, face those demons. And we all know the story of Hangman, the Bucks, and Kenny. This really felt like, and then All Out being right there. It just kind of felt like this. I don't know. We certainly were prepared for it to go that way. And I think a large majority of the live fans there felt the same way. And so when that swerve happened, when that unexpected finish happened, it kind of caught some of us off guard. And I think that it took a little bit for the crowd and the show to gain its bearings back after that.